Hey everyone, welcome to another Soul Powered Revolution. It is the podcast for those women who want to approach life and their careers with their internal soul power and have an authentic level of success. I am here with executive and leadership coach Stacey Citrin, ex-CEO, total badass, and she's been coaching executives and leaders for years, helping elevate their careers right alongside with me. And we have between us, I would say 70 years of corporate experience
Yeah, at least.
doing that math. And we've been doing this career coaching for nearly 10 years now. And we have seen some things with women who are trying to succeed. We have seen common pitfalls. We have seen how human beings respond and react to change. And we have navigated women through a lot of big obstacles, both personally and professionally. And the big one that's coming now, that is here, that you and I are both coaching a lot of our clients on, is how the fear of AI is like a huge, huge problem. And most people are thinking that they have to become a technical person to do AI. Now, you and I have both embraced it pretty early on. I have a whole technology and AI initiative I've been doing. And I would say that everyone right now is at a career crossroads. And if you have your own consulting or own business, you're at a business crossroads as well. So, what are some of the main points that we want to elaborate on today that are going to be game changers for women to understand who are listening to this, that they really need to break into a bit more courage and action toward embracing the future?
I love the topic of AI. I personally use it a lot. I use it in coaching, and I coach people to use AI
Mm-hmm.
because if you are not using AI, you are already behind. This isn't a career choice, it is a career must.
Yeah.
There is articles in every magazine, every newspaper, every online feed on the use of AI. Like it,
Yeah,
hate it, it's there. It's not going away. Remember when the iPhone came out?
I do.
Forget the iPhone. Remember when the Apple Music, what was that?
Oh,
That
the iPod.
yeah,
iPod? Yeah.
and nobody can even visualize that. And I don't want to use that. What would that be? Like they were so set on their discs and their cassettes. So this is, and then the internet comes out. What is this
Yeah.
internet? It's this is the same thing. There are things that change the way we function in life, in work. This is just one of them.
Right.
So you really have no choice but to get on board and get on board fast.
Fast. And Stacy, you have been using AI for everything from grocery shopping lists, travel planning, menu setting,
Medical diagnoses,
right? Although we
looking up
don't we
lab
don't condone
tests.
getting a medical diagnosis from
No, of course
ChatGPT,
not. But
but it's
everybody is
helpful
curious.
information that gives you something going on. So we're
I
not
don't use
really,
the
go ahead.
AI, I use it as a tool.
Yes, right. So, and this is one of the things that people are afraid of. They're afraid that if they use an AI, and we're usually talking about an AI prompt, we're not talking about building a company of AI
No,
agents, although
no.
that's happening in lots of places.
Well,
What
no,
we're talking about is
you
simply
created your
having
own AI. So
literacy, AI literacy. And so if you haven't made the inroads in using AI to better your life, non work, you're missing out on a lot of time efficient, time saver stuff. You have to have AI literacy in your work environment. You must be bringing it towards you. You must be diving into it. You must be curious. You must be asking around. If you're not involved in AI initiatives in your company, then you're being excluded because
and
AI
if you're
initiatives are
not,
happening in your company.
your company's going to find someone who is. So
Exactly.
AI is not here to replace you, it's here to enhance you. But if you're not on board, eventually they will bring someone in who is.
Yes. And
But let's talk about what it can do.
yeah, sure. So most of what we're talking about is what non-tech people like you and I, we wouldn't consider ourselves to be tech people, but we would consider ourselves to be progressive technology users.
Yes.
We use AI to answer complex questions, to save us the time and the agony of having to do deeper research or having to think about things or understand things that we don't understand that deeply. And I'll elaborate on that in a second. Most people think that that activity is going to weaken their brain. So if I use AI to
Mm.
help me think through a problem or give me information, it's going to weaken my brain. I'm not a neuroscientist, but I'm going to tell you what really goes on when you use AI. When you use AI, you have to think of the problem statement. You have to put it in enough of a complete language layout that the AI engine can understand what you're requesting. And you have to continue to refine that AI prompt in order to get the information that you're looking for. So you must use your creative problem solving brain in
Hmm.
order to fetch the thing that you need. And then when you get it back, you have to use your higher mind to integrate, use, delete, throw out, etc., what has come through that AI.
Hmm.
So we don't get weaker brains. We get higher level, stronger problem solving brains, and we get relieved of the task work. Now,
And it actually makes you feel better about yourself
it really
because it
does,
could,
doesn't it?
it could, it's a partner that you
Yes.
haven't had before.
It's like having an
So
executive
I have
assistant
a
right there.
client that I'm
Boom.
coaching, and she was talking to me. One of her goals was to be able to, you know, do more inner work for her and not like be pulled into work 24/7. So she was telling me, I said, well, what did you do this week? And she said, I had to do a presentation to XY strategic leaders. And normally I would be sweating it for hours, putting it off to
Hmm.
the last minute,
Hmm.
and then having to sit at my computer for 3 hours and make sure it's right.
Right.
But this week, I was able to have coffee with my neighbor. She works remote, knowing she was using the AI tool to get the foundation of what she needed to put in the presentation.
Hmm.
Then
Hmm.
she has it. Then she filled in the blank. She said she went from a 6 hour stress about it, organize her thoughts, to actually an hour and a half.
Hmm.
Something that would take her 6 hours took her
Right.
an hour and a half
What else
just
is
by
going to give you
using a
back that?
tool.
What else is going to give you back 4.5 hours? Hardly
Well,
anything.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
hardly
nothing
any.
today. Nothing
Exactly.
today. Right.
Exactly. And so you and I have probably saved hundreds of hours. And as a matter of fact, we have two advanced programs, our Soul Powered Leadership Academy and our Soul Power Communicator, that we have created deep AI prompts to help the clients who go through those programs do the tools and the techniques that used to take us a lot more mind power and whatever. But I've created special AI prompts that pull all this complex thinkery into
Hmm.
an AI prompt that you can type in a sentence or two, and out comes this 10-page action plan on whatever the topic might be that's in there, or maybe a one page or whatever
Right. Right. And
the
if they
case may
got the
be.
10 page, all the simple is make this shorter. Only give me 2 pages. Narrow it down to
Right.
two topics. Like it's
Yes.
like your assistant.
Right. Yep. Yep. And you remember in our Soul Power Communicator when we finished it like 6 weeks ago. I created an AI prompt that created scripts for our clients in that program graduating for different people's. If you know anything about neurolinguistic programming, there's learning styles, visual, auditory, kinesthetic. And if you have to think through how to literally communicate with someone in a V, or A, or a K, you're going to spend hours researching, reading 10 books. I've gone to numerous conferences and books and study on NLP, and I could do it, but it's a lot of mental work on things that are otherwise available. Just like I use the slide rule in high school, And now I got a calculator everywhere I turn around. So we
Yep.
can use our brain for higher thinking if we get the mundane things that are available more easily taken care of for us. So now I've got a client with a visual learner script for her boss. She's technical and very precise and detail oriented. That's not what he wants. He wants top line summaries. Give me what I need to know. Don't bother me with those details, because if you do bother me with those details, I'm going to cancel our one-on-ones every other time because I don't want to deal with it.
Oh,
So
it's
now
going to
she's
tune the
got the
person out.
visual scripts for how to deal with her boss because we have leveraged AI. We've put that in her hands. And now
Yes,
she doesn't have to fear
instantly.
her boss.
Right. She could walk into use the AI tool and then go right into the meeting with her boss. The
Absolutely.
framework is already set up for her.
Yeah. We've been
And the
doing this
bottom line is, are you using AI to be a thinking partner,
right.
or are you fearful of AI and not using it at all?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you in your career, and we say you, like we're obviously talking to the audience here, if you're listening to this, it's likely that you have some of the parts of your job, your career, that are task oriented, that are time wasters, that are bogging you down. And chances are, if you're insecure, you're going to spend more time in the bogged down, easy stuff that you can stay busy with because that is less insecurity. You have more insecurity when you go into higher, more complex things, things that have more visibility or things that really put you on the line. So, why people fear this tool is because it literally forces you to face the more complex issues in your career and elevate your job, making it more sophisticated, helping you be
Mhm,
more sophisticated, helping you
mhm,
need to
mhm.
reach to that next level of who you really want to be and free you up from the bog down. You gave a great example of this woman who now has an extra 4.5 hours and she was able to enjoy
Yep,
her neighbor and have some quality of life. Is there another example, either of one of the prompts that we've created in our career program, leadership, communicator, that you saw like someone, a client light up like, oh my God, I didn't realize I could do that so simply with AI.
absolutely. So you have an executive program. I am the executive one-on-one coach in that program.
Yep.
Um, and so I have one-on-ones with these women every month. Well, last month, one of them had three very different things that we coached on. One, she had to create a roadmap for a rollout that she was doing to multiple different teams. And she was nervous about it. It was a
Wow.
lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? The second thing is she had an employee, a team member below her that was not working up to expectation, but she felt bad because she is a very warm leader.
Right.
Uh, she takes on their emotions. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that was the second thing.
Yeah.
And the third thing was she was losing herself in the work and she was stressing about it at night
Yeah.
and it was bleeding into her weekend. So she had
Mm-hmm.
no boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we coached on that session. We got an action plan on each of them. And then I said to her, you're using Coach Mo's Moby, right? And she said, yes. I said, I want you to take the three topics we talked about when we end this call, and I want you to put in the leading question we started with in each one of our categories
Yeah.
and have that tr- track you up. So the roadmap, you don't have to spend hours doing it.
Right.
Let it lead you, let it flow with you. The timeline and how we talked about the employee, let it create for you and then hold you accountable every day to what you have to do
Yeah.
next.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the third thing was her personal time. I have
Mm-hmm.
to tell you, she said to me, she texted me like an hour later and said, oh my God, right on, spot on in what your bot, what your um, Moby
Mm-hmm.
helped her with.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
after an hour coaching call, but you know what? I've been checking in with her. She's been using it to have her move things forward.
Right.
She
Well,
didn't get crippled over it. She
yes.
didn't like get,
And
uh,
this is a woman who's very well coached.
oh yes, oh yes. But
So,
she's been in everything you've ever done.
yeah. So we're
She's
talking
awesome.
about
She
someone who
keeps building on herself,
exactly, she
and
knows.
higher leveling up. And
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
100%. But this is just a tool for her
Yeah.
to use. It was fantastic. Loved it.
So, so thanks for segueing that because then that obviously gives me the entree to talk about Moby. We started this podcast talking about basically how to use that we should be using ChatGPT to save time on things. And then we talked a little bit about some of our clients who have used those simple tools. And because I have been into the AI zone for probably 2 years now, because we started using AI prompts 2024,
Hmm.
um, over the last several months, I have created my own ecosystem of machine learning based on hundreds of hours of my coaching and my material being loaded into an AI machine learning, language learning, whatever the right technology is, so that I can have a a place where clients, anyone who wants to access the Mobi, can ask any question related to anything in their life, basically. But it really has a lot of superpower engine in career leadership, personal development, spiritual development types of things, because that's the content that's in there. And we've been launching this slowly to our executives and leaders first. This is one of the women I think who got into our founders
Yep.
wave. And then we launched it into our client group last weekend, and we had like 20 more of our clients, and they're all just blown away with how fast they're getting answers. And the Moby
Blown
says
away.
to you the next hour or two or the next morning, hey, how's that thing that we were talking about going today? I actually have been using it for about 2 months, and it asks me the next day or a couple of hours later, hey Mo, are you still thinking about da 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 da? And I'm like, that is so cool that I have someone looking up on me and someone remembering and following up and being accountable. So the Moby, if you want to check it out, those of you who are listening, mofall.com/MOB as in boy, Moby, mofall.com/Moby. And it's a full page of information on there, and there's an opportunity for you to purchase it. It's a monthly subscription. And you can use it to get almost every answer and question. It runs on a Telegram app. If you're not familiar with it, it's like a little blue airplane app. It's a closed system messaging center like WhatsApp. Most people are familiar with WhatsApp, so Telegram is like that. You download Telegram, you purchase the Mobi, and you can have instant access to any coaching brain stuff from me. And our clients are just off the charts about how helpful it's been. And it is, I guess, like talking to either one of us and just plug and play. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know about you, Stacey, but I don't want a text or a call from a client. I probably won't pick up my phone, but the Moby will. The Moby
Hmm.
will answer your question, put your mind at ease, give you a little working plan, or if you're nervous about a meeting with your boss tomorrow morning and you think you have the right things to say, but it's circulating in your brain, just get a little Moby response and you'll have your script and your prompts right there on your phone. And you
Yeah.
can settle your nervous system down a little bit, know that all the details are taken care of for you and with you, and then you have your action plan and your talking points. I am loving where this technology is going and how it's helping us as humans elevate who we are. And those folks who are only task oriented jobs that are probably getting replaced by AI have some work to do to up level what their skills or profession. Now, as we speak about this right now, it's mostly administrative, a lot of sales stuff, a lot of customer service stuff. So, those of you who are in those types of roles, you have to think about up leveling what you bring to the table. You have to think about how your humanness is different and how it can make you more valuable to your company. And that's the work you have ahead of yourself. And I will say this, Stace, Moby's really been helping our clients a lot in the past couple of weeks with their new
Yeah.
tool.
I want a couple of other things. It it's not just in if you're in your job and you're loving it and it's another tool to help you, or you hate it and you want to get out. It's going to give you tips on what to
Yes.
do next, following your coaching program that you've been doing for over 10 years.
Yeah.
So It's like your built-in coaching of the programs you have done.
Hmm.
It helps you with the interview prep.
Yeah.
Helps you how to have a crucial conversation. It
Yeah.
helps you to stay soul aligned. Like there's
Yes.
nothing it can't do. And what I also love about your offer, it's you could just buy the Moby.
Yes. Right.
You can get Moby and our back end modules and a Q&A session.
Yep.
Or you could get all of that plus a one-on-one coaching call because sometimes people still want that one-on-one coaching. So
Right.
there's so many options for
Hmm.
you. I'm going to go back to the beginning. You are at a crossroads. You got to get on board with the
Right.
technology
Yep.
because it is here.
Yes.
It is not going away.
Nope. It's increasing exponentially. And you know what? Every morning I wake up to about 4 or 5 newsletters, business newsletters that I get. And in every headline, there's something, some breaking news about billions of dollars that are being put into an AI company that's being bought by Meta or Google or OpenAI, or all of these players are massively soaking billions of dollars into all of these
Mhm.
innovations. On Sunday, on 60 Minutes, there was an entire thing about how robotics are becoming more
Yeah,
human and how
saw
they're
that.
using machine learning to help them have more human movements. And it won't be too long for them to have this type of digit fingers and
Mhm.
opposing thumbs types of flexibility and dexterity. We both came from healthcare backgrounds. I was at the advent of robotic surgery, which was basically a physician looking into a scope and using little phalanges that would fit into the patient's body tighter. They're just like little metal probes that sort of look like, function like fingers, but they're smaller so a surgeon can get into places that they couldn't with their own fingers. And they've done studies on kids who are good, excellent gamers being able to take on robotic surgery very quickly. The brain of what's going to take to be very successful in our future state is a brain that has been brought up on gaming, has been brought up in a three-dimensionalized world that can contextualize how to operate in basically an artificial world, because that's really what gaming
Mhm.
has become. And so the teenagers who are doing this now, there's women, men and women who are in their 30s now who've been doing gaming a lot of their lives. They have a different way to contextualize artificial space. And we're going to see this continue to help pilots train for disasters, help surgeons train for surgery and do surgery, help do a lot of remote things that if you're in some rural place in Oklahoma, you're going to be able to dial into some physician or some expert who doesn't have to be in front of you and who can do stuff to help you out. And that's just continuing to increase. I was joking the other day. I saw my mom over the last few years of her life have to have care in her apartment in assisted living, and it was expensive. Uh, Sometimes those folks didn't show up. Sometimes they didn't do the right thing. And I'm thinking to myself, watching the 60-minute episode, gosh, by the time I'm 85, 86, I think I'm going to be able to have a robot. And they're going to be able to do things to help me, and they're going to be able to do things to help maybe an aide come in less often, because a robot can go get a glass of water. A robot can bring me my lunch. Maybe not necessarily give me a shower or bath, although that's probably coming. So we have to have this brave new world uh, optimism and eagerness rather than fight against it and have our scarcity and lack mindsets rule the day. And this is why everything I do is soul powered. If you're not interiorly feeling good about yourself and good about what the future looks like and can hold for you, you're going to have negative responses to change that you cannot navigate if you continue to have negative change responses. And that's basically just habituated thinking, which can be changed. And now we're going to see how much my Moby can help you change negative thinking into positive thinking and really help shift anyone into their future self. in a way that is more pleasant, easily more agreeable, and saving time.
It's a partner.
It exactly. It's like having an extra set of hands,
Right.
an
And
extra
you don't
brain.
need to be technical. If you're in a job,
No,
I'm
no,
creative, I'm arts, it doesn't matter.
right.
Doesn't matter. This isn't just for technical people.
No. It's replacing tasks. It's creating a career divide, those who are adapting and those who are not. It is creating an opportunity to be a time multiplier, just like that client who a 6 hour project took her an hour and a half, and now she's got 4.5 extra hours. It's also an opportunity for you to emotionally normalize change because that is what one thing you can set your clock on that life will change. It's also a leadership tool that helps you make decisions faster, see patterns, adapt more quickly, have the crucial conversations more quickly because you have the exact thing to say. And the cost of waiting,
Hmm.
cost of marginalizing yourself is astronomical. We can't even imagine. So if you're a little scared right now about AI, or if you're unsure for yourself, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to check out the mofall.com/Moby and see what we can do to help you get into the world of feeling that technology developed in a proper way can actually help aggregate complex issues and make it something for you. When you create opportunities for technology to help you, you actually become a better you because you're not as stressed anymore as well. And you feel more confident.
Yeah. Yeah. There isn't anyone who used it and who is using it and continues to use it that isn't blown away by it. It's really that simple.
Yes. And we open this with saying that our careers are at a crossroads. The safest move isn't just learning AI, it's moving forward with confidence. And if you
Yeah.
need support or help to feel that confidence, lean into it. If you'd like our help, mofall.com/Moby. So we are here to help professional women advance their careers. And now we've got this AI thing going on that we have to navigate properly and we have to navigate well, and we cannot be left behind. Thanks for joining me, Stacey. This is a great
Sure.
topic. I'm sure it's not the last time we'll talk about
Oh, no.
AI and its
This is just the
impact.
beginning.
It
This is
is.
just the beginning.
It really is. We'll see you on the next Soul Powered Revolution podcast, folks. This is Coach Mo and Stacey saying, keep the confidence, keep your soul power. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.